Coming up, what is conversion rate optimization, CRO? Well, we're going to explain all about it and the 7 simple ways that you can use to get started. What is up, App Nation? In this video, we're going to talk all about conversion rate optimization. Now, if you're out in the wild and you want to seem cool, call it CRO and see if people know, but that is what conversion rate optimization is all about, and that's the acronym that the cool kids use, CRO. We're going to explain why CRO is so important, because it's all about working smarter, not harder. You don't always need to drive more traffic to convert that traffic or downloads into leads or eventually paying customers. And we're going to break down the 7 simple ways that you can use to get started, backed by data. So let's get to it. All right, here it is, the pillars of CRO. Let's break down each element of CRO and how you can get started. And while you're watching this video, really pay attention to the low-hanging fruit for you, all right? Whether it's your website or your app, really pay attention to the tips and pick one to get started. Now, for those who aren't familiar with CRO, it is all about the marketing strategies that you can use to increase the percentage, that's the key, the percentage of visitors who take a specific action on a website or blog or app. That doesn't really matter, but the percentage is the key. A lot of times when we think about growth, we think about top of the funnel growth, more downloads, more traffic, more leads, etc. But it's also important to pay attention to the bottom of the funnel. After they visit your website, what are they doing? After they download your app, what are they doing? That's what CRO is all about. So let's get started. Number 1, it's FTUE, or FTU, as most people like to call it, but it's the first time user experience, okay? First time user experience, that's what this acronym is all about. Or for apps, it is your onboarding experience, okay? So here we go. Now I'm gonna assume people have already visited your website or downloaded your app. So for the app side of things, and I'll play a game with you guys if you guys wanna guess which one won, A or B, but for the app side of things, it's important to really focus on your onboarding experience. So once the user has already downloaded your app, what is the first thing that they're seeing? As you're looking at the screen, take a second, hit pause if you want to see which one won. Now, A, for those who are just listening, is just the paywall. B has a couple of screens before the paywall. All right, the winner is B. We saw a 234% increase in actual sales once you added an onboarding screen. Now, the app was already converting by showing the paywall on the A side of things, by showing the paywall on the very first screen. That is a best practice in the app space. But if you prime your users, get them excited, talk about all the benefits that your app has when they use it, you're more likely to convert more of those users. So let's break down these different screens, and 3 to 5 onboarding screens before a paywall is good enough. So screen number 1, really talk about the benefits, not the features. Make a resume that wins interviews. Boom, that's what I want. Not 1,000 resume templates. I want a resume template, one really, that gets me that interview. Number 2, a recruited, tested CV maker tool. For those in the States, that just means resume, CV. And then lastly, resume templates built to impress. Boom, then why wouldn't you want to buy? For just $25 a year, sign me up, okay? On the website of things, you're gonna see, really it's your website. That's that first time user experience. It could be a blog post as well, but really think through how people are coming into your website and what are the top landing pages that people land on, and really think through how you can better optimize that particular page. I just pulled Shopify's website and homepage as an example. They're so huge, why not? Let's break down what they're doing right and wrong, all right? So this here, and I'm sure they've tested this, start free trial versus get started versus learn more versus anything else. So it's really testing the headlines, which from my web experience, when we've run A/B tests, headlines super, super important, along with the call to action that you want your users to take. So you can see start free trial, making commerce better for everyone. Number 2, we just talked about it, but it is your homepage. And I didn't put that as number 1 because apps have a couple of screens, a couple of flows before the homepage. But going back to Shopify, it is that homepage. We already broke that down. Now on the app side of things, the homepage, as I like to call it, is your main screen. It's after the onboarding experience, that first time user experience. They've already seen those screens. They're not going to see that again on that second open, but it's really the page that if I were to exit your app, what is the first thing I see on that second open? And here, I want to show you guys a case study that we ran where on the home page of this app, we had a star to get people to upgrade, right? And that was the symbol. Or in B, we had a crown. I'll give you a second so you guys can play along, but guess which one led to actually more clicks or taps? All right, the winner was B. We saw a 57% increase in actual taps or visits to our paywall page when we changed the icon from a star to a crown. Now, why it's so important on apps is you wouldn't go to any website and not see a pricing page or a contact us page, right? On the apps side of things, sometimes developers hide their paywall, their pricing page, their main venue or their main path to monetization. They hide it in the settings, and you want to really put it on your homepage, the main screen of your particular app. And here is the stats to back it up. You're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So you want to make sure people are more inclined to tap on that button so that they can get to your paywall where then they can pay you and you can sell them on why they should pay you for your app. And you can see this crown, this yellow crown was the winner with 20% tap through rate, followed by the black crown, which is 17%, followed by the yellow star and so forth. Don't put text. Upgrade text, fail. All right, let's get into the next one. Leads and flows. And this is one primarily more in the web side of things is what I'm going to be paying attention to from the lead side. Okay, so let's break down Shopify again. I get into Shopify. I say, all right, I'm in. I've already heard about them. People have already told me about how great Shopify is. Maybe I heard a podcast ad. I'm going to tap on start free trial. Now, really pay attention to this flow. It's just like the first time user experience on an app. You can see the navigation is gone. And that's what you really want to do on the website of things. Let me go back to the homepage. We have solutions, pricing, resources, what's new, log in, all that stuff, right? Once I hit start free trial and I'm in the flow, you don't want any navigation. You want to make sure the user is primarily focused on completing this flow. And you can see things like progress bars work really well. I've seen down here having some social proof. Here, you're really engaging the users and making them feel like you're going to personalize the product to their needs. So it's a win-win situation. It's a win for you because you get data on your users. It's a win for the users because they feel like you are customizing that experience for them. And lastly, it's a win for you once again because you're going to convert more of your users. All right, let's get started. Which one of these best describes you? I'm just starting, or I'm already selling online or in person. Next, where would you like to sell? Next, and I love how the progress bar is moving like, oh, I'm almost done. Perfect. What do you plan on selling first? So you're getting some intel on your users and your users are feeling like, whoa, Shopify is going to probably customize this experience for me. Awesome. And then the US region, create an account. I like how they asked for everything before they asked you to create the Shopify account. I've seen that work really well on the app side and the website as well. And then boom, I sign up. Now I'm more inclined to sign up, right? Because I've already given you some info. So ask for some easy wins, easy yeses first, and then ask them for something that is more interesting. Now, what I've also seen, I'm going to stop here, Shopify. Create a Shopify account. I love this, but I would say continue with rather than sign up. We have seen that work really well on the app side because sign up feels like a burden or it's more work, whereas continue with just seems like just rolling along, passing along and signing up. All right. And here I'm into the Shopify platform as well. So love that experience. I really wanted to break it down for you. Really pay attention to the no nav, right? And then asking for the user sign up or even showing a pricing page right after this as well. And this is what Shopify is doing. So here, extend your trial for $1 a month for 3 months on select plans right here. The next thing, super simple to do. Anybody can literally do it right after this video. Test your call to actions. These are the buttons on your website. These are the buttons on your homepage. These are buttons for you to sign up, right? Think about where all the places users can drop off on and then really start testing that particular page. Here's a website. This is a Figma file that I found online. So thank you to the Figma community. But what we did was we A/B tested for one of our clients that had a web platform as well, his pricing page, and we A/B tested the call to actions. So he originally had subscribe. And then we're like, hey, let's test get started as an example. Now I'll give you a second again. Guess which one won, A or B? Get started or subscribe? It was A, get started. 30% increase in sales when we changed that button from subscribe, because nobody wants to subscribe, for crying out loud, to get started. That simple change led to 30% increase in sales. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to call to action. Furthermore, you can do that on the app side of things. A friend of mine from bluethrone.io tested this as well. They had get spot to stats plus. That's a hard thing to say. Or they also said get all features, unlock spotted stats plus, unlock everything, unlock lifetime insights. Let's explore stats, which I pretty much hate. But guess which one won for this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was number 4, unlock lifetime insights. That led to a 12.5 increase in click-throughs and conversions, right? That's what I mean. These simple textual changes on your buttons can make a huge impact, and they're so easy to implement. Number 5, here it is, the money shot. It is your pricing page, your paywall. It is where people go to sign up for your services, your products, download, buy from you, all right? Now, I believe, especially if you're running a subscription-based service or a SaaS product, I believe in the rule of threes, okay? And I'll show you what I mean. This is a little growth hack that I'll share with you. All right, our original paywall when I was working for a startup in San Francisco was A, monthly or yearly. Typical, right? Monthly or yearly. What do you want to do? B, we changed it to monthly, yearly, which is an A minus, right? You only get a few different options, or yearly plus, which you get so much more just for $10 more. Now you're already getting savings here in B. I recommend, if you guys are listening to this, go check out the visual. It's really interesting. I'll pause here and let you guys guess. Which one do you think won, A or B? I think it's pretty obvious, but B won right here. All right, so let's break it down. A, when I only have 2 options, I'm usually going to pick the cheaper option, and that's what we saw. We saw 60% buy the monthly, whereas 40% bought the yearly. Now in B, because A only has 2 plans, right? A yearly plan and a monthly plan. Now in B, what I did was I did a yearly plan that was less attractive than our normal yearly. And that's how you have to think about it. You have 2 plans. One is the cheap plan, quote unquote. One is your ideal plan, and one is the less than ideal. It's a complete decoy. So if you're in a movie theater, you'll see a medium popcorn is maybe $8, whereas a large popcorn is $9. You're going to buy the large popcorn. Is this type of psychological tricks, quote unquote, that you can use on your paywall. And so here, when we added this A minus plan, this less than ideal yearly plan to the mix, we saw 86% buy the yearly and only 14% buy the monthly. And we also saw a 233% increase in actual conversions. So more people bought and they paid us more at the time that they purchased, right? So these are little hacks that you can use on your pricing page. And here's a stat from Superwall. They saw that 2 plans saw 61% lift versus 1 plan. And we have data that supports this. And then 3 plans saw 44% lift versus 2 plans. So again, 3 plans, your cheap plan, your ideal plan, that is the highest LTV, lifetime value of your customer, and your decoy plan. That's how you go about it. The next spot that you can start testing is your blog posts, especially if your blog posts do very well on an SEO perspective. A/B test this. Now you can see on HubSpot, you can see this huge spot in their blog posts all about how they can set up a kit. So the complete A/B testing kit for marketers. Now, how did I land on here? I Googled conversion rate optimization. This was a blog post that ranked really well in SEO. I come here, so they're probably getting a lot of traffic to this blog post. I come here, makes sense. Conversion rate optimization is all about A/B testing, and they're going to try to get your email from this blog post. These are things that you can start adding to your blog post, whether it's app downloads, whether it's email leads, whether you're trying to sell a product, it doesn't really matter. Try to incorporate some type of way for users to take action on your blog post because you're already giving away valuable information. Lastly, it is landing pages. Now, these are pages that you're probably driving paid traffic to, right? And that's why you call it a landing page. Otherwise, it'd just be a homepage, as an example. So some people use their homepage as their landing page, but landing pages, you want to make sure there's no navigation in there, right? Especially if you're running paid traffic, because you really want users to stay focused on your landing page. And you want to have certain elements in the landing page. And I'll break that down in a future video. But here I want to share this case study that TechCrunch covered as well. And you can see that before, so that we'll say A, and after. So the before has health insurance in China. Makes sense, of course. Health insurance in China for foreigners made easy. Fill out the form and get your personalized medical insurance comparison now. That's great. Great copy. Thank you very much. Or B was save up to 32% on your health insurance in China. There's a reason why more than 4,173 foreigners in China trust us. And then show prices now is the call to action with some social proof and a testimonial at the very bottom. Now, I'm sure you already know which one won, but B, the after, led to a 79% increase in leads, lowering your cost per lead, this company, right? And here are the main things. One, you want to lead with the benefits. This is just what you're getting, the features. So you can save up to 32% on your health insurance in China. You also want to have health insurance in China, right? Because that's potentially the keyword you're bidding on. That's what people are most looking for. So you want to remind them, hey, whatever you're looking for, we already know what you're looking for because we paid for it. And secondly, we want to regurgitate that on the landing page. The other things are social proof, right? Call to action above the fold. So the before was really bad, right? Call to action before the fold. You have social proof here with some odd numbers. This isn't 10,000 apps or 10,000 people, foreigners, right? It is 4,173. When you have a weird number like that or an exact number rather than 4,200, people, it's more believable, right? So you have that in there. You have your call to action, and then you also have some social proof with some testimonials in there. So it's a no-brainer why the after won. And you can see they have some navigation here, but you want to really make it mobile friendly because most of the searches and most of the visitors are going to be on mobile. And then secondly, make sure it's above the fold as well. So just A/B testing your landing pages can dramatically lower your cost per lead or cost per subscriber and increase the number of leads you get. Remember, CRO is all about, you don't need more traffic. You just need to convert the percentage of people that are already coming into your app, website, landing page, blog post, etc. That's it. Let me know which one you're going to start with in the comments below. And then make sure you subscribe if you want all the latest, greatest when it comes to app marketing and digital marketing in general. And lastly, check out our website, appmasters.com, if you need help increasing your app downloads or your revenues. Especially if you have an app with a web component, we can certainly help you guys out as well. Till next time, I'll see you on the next video.